Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is David Gold, as una all know. And I welcome to Kokwe Radio and Television Station where they're giving a back-to-back as City Hot. Still on this Tinubu disqualifications. And we've gotten some little update from here and there that all eyes on the judiciary. So we still watch as the matter they go. Though Obi lawyer, Peter Obi lawyer, aka Labour Party, LUP 71, 72, 74, lawyers have finally finished their case as addressed by the court of the law. Right now, even the PDP articulated our man, our Dubai man, his lawyer also are done with their case in court. And now, we are waiting for the judiciary to really do the needful and do the right thing while we still wait for the judgment. But before that, it's very, very important I play this clip for us to watch, for you to know that we Nigerians, we are all ready for any action that will be taken by the judiciary. You know, it's either good or bad. Nigerians are ready.
The Presidential Election Petition Tribunal will decide whether it will allow a person with forged certificates and criminal conviction to be the president against the Constitution. If the tribunal fails to disqualify Ahmed Tinubu, despite clear evidence of forgeries and criminal conviction, and disregards the Constitution, it destroys public integrity in Nigeria. The evidence before the tribunal is clear that a U.S. court convicted Bola Tinubu of drug offense and ordered him to forfeit a huge sum as fine. He also presented a fake certificate to INEC. The Constitution disqualifies from public office anyone convicted of a crime or who presents a fake certificate because these crimes undermine public integrity. Since 1999, a speaker, a Senate president, and a minister of finance have been removed from office because they presented fake certificates. None of these had criminal convictions, but presenting fake certificates was enough to remove them from office. Today, our country is overrun by criminality and forgery. The tribunal cannot continue to encourage crime. We cannot be a republic of fraud. Otherwise, we lose credit and reputation and become a criminal state where even judges themselves will be victims. The tribunal must disqualify Tinubu for certificate forgery and criminal conviction. It must heed the advice of the Supreme Court in Saleh versus Abba that the courts must actively fight certificate forgery and should never allow anyone who presented a fake certificate to contest election in any public office.
All right. Thank you for watching that clips, and I will not be surprised if even the judiciary will not do the right thing, because it is not a new thing to us in Nigerians that the judiciary and the court usually kicked against their own rules and regulations that abide by the country. You know, announcing Tinubu as president or remain as a president of Nigeria will not be a shocking thing to us. You know why? Look at this clip and I will tell you what I want to say after this clip. And that the judiciary might fail us and might not fail us. But I've been hearing here and there from the Nigerians and other politicians and other people who derive pleasures or who have passion in politics, saying that Bola Ahmed Tinubu can never be removed as a president. But come to think of it, is it a good thing? Is it a normal thing? Is it constitutionally right for us to have a drug addict as a president or a criminal who forged certificate as a president? No, sir. It is not the right thing. All right, let's watch this clip as the Senate debate on some certain. It's really shocking. This clip will shock you.
We are all to say Nigeria is a great country. And to those of you, our colleagues, including you, Mr. Senate President, you know you're a very smart politician. How you came back is yet another political book to discuss. Sorry? How you came back is another chapter in our political history.
How I came back from where?
How you return to the Senate as a senator will open another chapter of great discussion in our political book. Because I was there in the field with you running for president. I never knew how you were able to meander and return and leaving some of us. Next time you must teach me how to do that.
It was a torturous journey because we had to go through the courts. I didn't even appeal.
I hope this is really shocking, right? Now, this is really shocking that even the present Senate president right away, really shocked the senators how he returned to becoming a Senate president. And this man could not, Akpabio could not defend that word. He only said he used let me say an administrative language, or will I call it, yeah, an administrative statement to say they went through the court. Meanwhile, we all know that they have their main man in the court of law who might not really, be justified, might not really say the truth, but we always back up and dance to the tune of their taxpayer. He said the journey was not really easy. They went through the court. Now, what evidence do you have to prove in the court of law? If not that you have your main man sitting at that judgment room. All right. It's not really a surprising thing. That is, by the way, let me show you another clips where an old emir was trying to raise a motion. And this same Senate president said, no, you should leave that motion for another day. Watch this clip.
Mr. President, at my age, I don't think I will lobby anybody under the sun. I would do the right thing, and I always do the right thing, and sincerely and honestly too. So, I know, I look at faces in this chamber whom have come to me and sought for my help when my wife was the president of the Court of Appeal. And I'm sure
The Civil Senator, I don't know what you can show. I think I would advise that you just round up and take your seat.
Many names. We know ourselves.
No, but this kind of insinuation will mean that there was favor, there was this and the rest of it. I don't think it's a good idea.
Well, Mr. Chairman, I must say that, okay, to round up, since that's what you want me to do, I will do that. And I must thank particularly my wife, whose freedom and independence I encroached upon while she was in office. And she has been very tolerant and accepted my encroachment and extended her help to my colleagues.
So wish. Please, I don't think this is a good idea going this direction. It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea.
All right. Did you see that? So I am not shocked, and I will not be shocked if the judiciary will not do the needful. Even with all the evidences presented in the court of law and also weaknesses, presented in the court of law, I will not be surprised. It will not be a shocking thing to me. You know why? Because even people in the presidency, people who are in the top offices are doing the wrong thing, and they have lawyer judges who dance to their throne. It dance to their sound, dance to their tone, and follow after money. And now, no be true. You won't beat me. Now, that is the thing. Now, okay, just imagine the emotion raised. And a whole president, senior president, kicked against it that motion is not for now. Okay, when should such motion be raised? When? Because I don't know in this country anything that will have to benefit the poor masses, the citizen, they will always kick against it. Then why do we appoint you? Why did we support and voted you into the office? Did I really say vote? Or you put yourself forcefully on us? If the Senate president cannot do the proper thing, I mean, how much more the president, local government chairman, the councillor, not to talk about the minister. So, I mean, it has now become an habit. It has now become a character in our governmental system that corruption should be or will always be the order of the day. While we have a constitutional rules, we have a constitutional law that guide every departmental of government. So why did they always kick against it? But come to think of it, if it's a poor masses that do the same thing, they will quote the law and quote it again. Take for example, this issue that happened between this TikToker with Enola Badmus. Now the lady is in jail. Why can't the same judgment come to people who kicked against the constitutional laws of Nigeria? So are we saying Bola Ahmed Tinubu is bigger than the law? Are we saying Bola Ahmed is bigger than the constitutional rules? Yes, we all know that Muhammad Yakubu, the INEC chairman, has really disappointed and failed in life. He failed Nigerian. He kicked against his own rules, electoral rules and law. If such person becomes a president, that means corruption will be what we eat, drink, clothes, work with, and drive. And now, I think we are waiting and watching. The judiciary should always know that all eyes on you guys. We are watching. We are waiting for, and we are waiting to hear the kind of judgment you are going to give in this petition, presidential petition, this electoral petition. We are waiting for the judgments you are going to give. But mind you, Nigerians are ready for anything. Because this is our own father's land. This is our father's land. This is where we end our daily living, and we cannot watch it being destroyed. No. So, I don't talk my own. As I always tell, I say, do good, make good follow you. And if you do better go follow you. I don't talk my own, and I don't close my mouth, I don't wait to go. Bye.